Hello everyone and welcome to Ethyrial Echoes of Yore, a new game in the making inspired by old school MMORPGs like RuneScape, Tibia and many other MMOs. Set on the lands of Irumesa, you have to uncover secrets, explore new lands, fight fearful monsters, master the magical arts, build your home and craft your own equipment. In this video I will explain a little bit more about the mining, refining and blacksmithing within the game. Now you do have to keep in mind that footage shown is from the alpha stages of the game's development, so many things could and will change thanks to the feedback of the community. If you have never heard or tested the game yourself, then this video is definitely meant for you. We're not only gonna discuss some of the basic mechanics of the game, but also where you can locate these ores and how the blueprint system works. Now by the time this video is online, the Kickstarter for the game should have started. If it has, then I will share the link in the description down below and also in the comments, together with the YouTube channel of the creators of the game, their Discord server and their Steam page of course. Be sure to wishlist the game on Steam and let's get on with the video. So to start off, you first are going to need a little bit of extra cash before you can start mining when you get into the game. You're going to have to get a couple of copper, I believe either like 50 or 60, something like that. And then you can go to the trader in town in Farwood. Or there's also a trader in a underground portion of the game where you can also buy a basic pickaxe. You can also buy a better version of the pickaxe in the store in Farwood, but that will require a couple of silver, which is definitely not immediately accessible in the beginning unless you do a couple of quests first. Now after you've gotten yourself a pickaxe, I highly recommend the first thing you do is go over to the west side of Farwood town, because there's a blacksmith apprentice there and he will give you a quest to get some tin for you and a couple of other quests as well. He will also give you recipes once you've completed your missions for him, so that will get you started on refining and blacksmithing at the same time. Now in the first mission you're gonna have to gather 9 tin. It is pretty easy to find. Pretty much any underground structure, any underground like mines or caves has tin. It is a fairly common resource. And as you can see on the video, this vendor in the underground there sells a pickaxe, also a lantern if you don't have that one yet, a sack, and also sells some coal and copper. Now at the making of this video, the coal and the copper during the pre-alpha testing was actually free, but hopefully that will be fixed by the time you guys are playing this game for yourself in the testing phase. But yeah, you can buy copper and coal there as well if you need to. Tin, however, is really easily obtainable. You just go through these passageways underground where I am right now. That is the best place to get a lot of tin early on. You're just gonna have to look for bigger rocks, but also the smaller stones on the ground do have tin in them. You can often just hover over one of the bigger rocks in the game and just right click it to see if it's coal or tin or copper if you are looking from a different angle. Otherwise you can obviously rotate your camera, as I explained in another video that I will link on the end of this one, or I will put it in the cards on the top right. But as you can see, tin is fairly common down below and you just have to gather 9 for the very first mission. I recommend getting more than that, because in the mission after that the blacksmith apprentice will give you, you will also need a couple of tin to make bronze bars with. Now the shoddy lantern is one of the worst lanterns in the game. You can also get a better lantern in a quest, or you can buy a lantern for I believe 1 silver. But I highly recommend getting the better one, because then it will be a little bit easier to see around the caves without having to highlight everything to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. But yeah, as I said, once you've gathered enough tin, a little bit more than you need to, then just go back to top side. Maybe even if you find some copper along the way, I would definitely mine that as well, because that will be useful for a further quest as well. The mining process itself is fairly simple. Once you have a pickaxe, you can either right click the pickaxe in your inventory and then left click on the tin ore that is on the screen. Or what you could also do, if you don't want to have to open up your backpack, you can also click and drag the pickaxe to your hotbar as I have done in the video as well. And then I can just press the number. In this video that would be 6. And then I can also left click the ore deposit to start mining it. Personally, I like to use the hotbar because it is a little bit more quickly than going with my mouse over into my backpack and searching for the item. But whatever you prefer, you can do either one. Then when you have mined all the ore that you need, just go back to the blacksmith apprentice, give him the tin. He will give you something as a reward. And then once you keep talking to him, he will give you another mission to craft some bronze bars. That is why you needed a little bit more tin, because he will only give you a little bit of copper, but he won't give you the tin to make the bronze bars with. Now, crafting recipe is really easy. You will also get that on your own, but as shown on the video, you have to make sure that you make the workspace in the station a 2x1, and then place the copper on the left side and the tin on the right side, and then you can press the craft button. Now you will see that there's a blueprint thingy over there as well. You do not have to worry about that just yet. And if you want to make more than one, you can hit the attempts down there, and you can change that 1 to like a 4 or a 5 or a 6, no matter depending on how many you want to make. And then you will just automatically start refining the ores into the bronze bars. And once you're done with all of that, you can just return back to Carl, and he will give you a reward for your troubles. Be careful that if you are crafting with a different window size, with a different workstation size than a 2x1, then you will fail the crafting. If you are crafting in a 3x1 or a 1x2, for example, if it's different than what they tell you in the journal there, then you will fail. You have to use the minimum required workspaces to actually complete the crafting of it. The refining, I should say. And if you fail the refining, then you will lose those items forever. So you're gonna have to get a lot of them back, and you're gonna have to do a lot of grinding. Now next up, they want you to make a sword hilt so you can craft a sword later on. That's pretty easy. Just get some wood, get some leather, and then you can craft yourself the hilt as shown on the video. Once again, make sure that you adjust the workspace to the right settings, which I believe is a 1x3. And then after you've done that one, you have to make a bronze sword. Now, as you can see on the video, even though I used the blueprint, I actually failed the crafting of it. So I had to get some more resources to be able to actually do it. Now let's talk about these blueprints for a second. So once you put the blueprint in, it will automatically adjust to the right workspace, so you should not have to change the workspace. It will also show you what kind of items you need in the background, so you can just put the bronze bars on top of it and the hilt, and then you will immediately be able to more easily craft it. You will see what kind of resulting item you will gain from it. You will see the chance of success on crafting the item, and the high quality chance, which is in this case a very low chance. Now, the more you use these blueprints and the more experience your blacksmithing skill is, of course, the higher these chances will be. If you only craft something without the blueprints, then the chances of success are lower than when you do use the blueprint, and also the quality will most likely be a lot lower than when you do use the blueprints. Now, even with this blueprint, the chances are quite low, as you can see. However, the more you use the blueprint, the more the blueprint will level up. You will learn how to be more efficient with the material, I suppose. And then when you hover over the blueprint, you will be able to see a level 1, level 2, level 3, 4. I'm guessing it goes up to 5. I do not know a lot about this just yet. Once again, it's just an alpha testing, so we do not have all the information available right now. But having these higher level blueprints will greatly increase your chance of success and also the quality of the item. Now, the quality is basically the duration of the item you're trying to craft. So if you're crafting a sword, then an excellent quality will be a longer duration on the tool, so you won't have to repair it as quickly. Also, it will have a slightly higher damage if you're trying to craft a sword and it has an excellent quality or better than that. But as the quality goes down, as you use the weapon more often, the quality will go down, as will the damage output on the weapon. So if you want to make a lot of cash by solely focusing on blacksmithing and telling your friends, hey, if you need an item, come to me because I have a level 5 blueprint and I can make you a way better durable sword than you could do yourself. All I'm asking for it is a couple of copper or silver, depending on what you're gonna make for them, of course. Or you could simply level up one of those blueprints and sell them off to someone. If they don't have time to level up those blueprints themselves and they just want to make something quick and easy, then you can, as a professional blacksmith with a high level skill, you can easily level those up with still having a slightly higher chance of success than they would have, and you will make some easy money that way. Now, where will you be able to get all these ores so you can start refining and smithing something? As I said earlier, you can get ores pretty much anywhere underground. There's a underground system underneath Seaholm where you can easily get to in the beginning of the game. This underground system also leads towards the mountain, or you can just walk via the overworld to the mountain, of course, and go into the tunnel system there. You can find different kind of resources there, like coal, tin and copper, but you can also find iron in there. There are some underground tunnels underneath the forest in Farwood. Also in the plains you will be able to do a lot of mining. Mostly copper can be found there, from my experience. And in the outskirts there's also a great mining opportunity for, I believe, all of the above. For coal, iron, copper, tin, but also a more rare resource, gold. You will be able to find gold in a couple of other places as well, but I do not quite remember where exactly. I know there should be one outside of Seaholm, but other than that one, I do not recall where you can find more of them. But I do know that in the outskirts, it is a pretty common resource above ground, which is also great for learning refining skill. Of course, the first couple of times that you're gonna try to refine gold, it will probably fail, but as you do it more and more, you will get a lot of XP even when you fail. And when you do craft one successfully, you will gain a ton of XP, and this will make it a lot easier. Now, I do not have all information about all the crafting recipes just yet. I only showed the ones from the tutorial that everyone pretty much has access to if they play that quest line. If you want to see more though, then please do let me know down below in the comments. Or if you think that I've missed some crucial information that everyone should know about, then please do let me know that down below in the comments. I will definitely do an updated video for this one, but also for other topics, because this is just the pre-alpha stage of the game. So as the game progresses and we have more content and I have a little bit more information about things, I will make an updated, more advanced video about these mechanics. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this. I'm gonna link these videos on top. Feel free to watch them if you want to know more about the game. Also down below in the description, but also in the comments, there will be a link to the YouTube channel, Discord, Steam page of Ethyrial Echoes of Yore, but also their Kickstarter, which should be live right now if you want to support the game and their development. Thanks for watching, until next time.